Hey y'all, Doodles here, coming at you from Ship Show Kitchen Studios. I'm gonna do something today that I've kind of been hemming and hawing, hitting around, talking about for a little bit, and that is escargot. I'm gonna show you how to do some escargot, y'all. And before, I don't wanna hear it, before you start, ew, gross, slimy, ooh, snails. Hey, get that corn dog out of your mouth. Put down that guy's burger, all right? Step away from the soft serve machine. Go on down to the chop house, go on down to the MDR. Wait, no, y'all. I'm gonna show you how to do that here, in your own home. Let's do it! All right, first of all, we're gonna run through ingredients real quick. Yes, we have the escargot, canned from Amazon, about 10 bucks a can. There's 1.5 dozen in each can. If you are like me and live in a more rural, smaller town, then that is likely your only option. If you are living in a more of a culinary advanced city like New York, Boston, Chicago, probably even any major town will probably have a hiring grocery store where you might be able to even get them fresh. But for this purpose and ease, we're going to use the canned ones. You need either a shallot or a small onion. In this case, it looks like just a rather large shallot. It is just a small yellow onion. Olive oil, some wine, and ooh, look at the brand, y'all. Fancy feet. Actually, any white wine that you enjoy drinking will go well with this. It just adds a little bit of acidity to the dish. Hey, you need these kind of fancy escargot dishes you may have seen in the MDR. These are also available on Amazon. I think they were like $4 or $5 a piece. Each one holds 6, so you could make 3 servings with each can of snails. We have a little bit of salt and pepper and compound butter, y'all. Now, I did make this ahead of time. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to play you a short video right now on how to make a compound butter. Because you know what?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, y'all. Got a pan on the stove going. I'm on a medium heat. I got a gas range here. I'm going to put just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the pan. I've got my snails here, y'all. I just took 6. I'm only going to do 1 serving. I took them out of the can, rinsed them, and I've got kind of a fine dice of an onion. You don't want big chunks of onion, but just kind of a fine dice. Remember, I'm only doing one serving right now to fill up 1 ramekin. And basically, it's not to char these onions up. It's really just to sweat them out a little bit, get the water out of them. That's all it means when people talk about sweating onions, okay? We're not trying to get a whole lot of cooking going on, just enough to release a little bit of water and get the sugars caramelized in there a little bit. Doesn't hurt to even season a little bit as you go. I'm just adding a little salt, little pepper. It's just how I like to do it. Now for the snails. All right, so I've taken them out of the can, I've drained them, I've rinsed them, and I'm just gonna put them right into the pan. Again, I'll season them a little bit. I don't want to cook them too much. We're more just kind of heating them through a little bit. If you overcook them, they become real rubbery. We're just trying to warm them up a little bit because what they will do is end up cooking in the oven in a real nice butter bath. All right. Again, we don't want anything to burn or char. So what we're going to do is going to add a little bit of white wine. You can skip this if you want, if you don't want the booze in there. But you're just going to let that reduce till there is no more wine. Just going to add a little acidity to the finished product, so it's going to taste real nice. Now, while that's reducing a little bit, you're going to take that compound butter, the dong-shaped thing. Always wrap your dong for safety, all right? Now, once that compound butter's been made, it can be stored in the freezer Use it for whenever you want. What's nice about this stuff is anytime you go to a steakhouse, this is what they're finishing off steaks with. That's why you're getting a glistening steak that even if it's maybe a tad overcooked, it still tastes pretty juicy. That's butter, y'all. But I've let this come not totally to room temperature, but at least took it out of the freezer for about 30 minutes before I'm going to use it. And I'm going to set up the escargot platter. Okay. We have the compound butter. You can use the reason why it goes in the freezer now. It's super easy to slice. You're basically going to just take a pretty thin slice and place it in each dish. Now all we're going to do is we're going to take that, throw it on a pan. We've got an oven set at 425. And we are going to put this puppy right in the oven.
5 minutes later.
You can see how good does that look. All kind of browned on the top. Ooh, still sizzling. Man, that smells good. Now, you can finish off with a little bit of lemon here or not. Just whatever you prefer. So, bon appetit. Cheers. Thanks for hanging with me. The escargot turned out awesome. I'm going to bring some downstairs for us all to eat on the live stream. So, see you then. See you soon.